Hello, welcome to Hack Games. This is the next episode in the Global Offensive Weapon Guide series. Today we'll be taking an in-depth look at a rather peculiar gun, the Bizon. The Bizon is one of the many new additions to CSGO and finds its place under the SMG category. On an unarmoured enemy with no Kevlar or helmet equipped, the Bizon does 95 damage for a headshot, 23 damage on the chest and arm, 29 damage on the stomach and 17 on the leg. Against an armoured opponent it deals 45 damage for a headshot, 11 damage on the chest and arm, 14 damage on the stomach and 17 on the leg. As you can see, the Bizon deals very weak damage. Against an armoured opponent it takes a ridiculous amount of 10 shots to the chest to achieve a kill. The reload time is quite short, it takes 2.5 seconds to reload a full magazine. This is an efficient reload time, allowing you to dip in and out of cover ready to go. With the Bizon being an SMG, it has a naturally high fire rate of 780 rounds per minute. This allows you to spray and pick up some extra kills. It has an unusual magazine size of 64 rounds and a speed of 240 out of a possible 250. This means that the movement speed of the Bizon is actually equivalent to that of a Glock, making it a very nippy gun. It's available to purchase on both sides and comes in quite cheap at $1,400. A kill with any of the other weapons within the SMG category will grant you $900, but for some reason the Bizon only gets $300. The recoil pattern for the Bizon is quite easy to remember. The first 3 bullets land on target, then go up slightly to the right and then all the way over to the left. In order to control the recoil while spraying, you just need to do the opposite of the pattern. So here I am pulling downwards to the left after the first 3 bullets, then pulling heavily to the right. This way should have a far more tighter spread and a better chance of hitting the enemy. Like most SMGs, spraying is actually your best bet. Trying to force your opponent to face you in close combat will also help, as the damage to range ratio on the Bizon isn't particularly great. Make sure you aren't a sitting duck when shooting. The normal practice would be to strafe side to side, but with it being an SMG you can probably get away with some WASD. It has a penetration damage of ×1. This means your shots will do approximately 6 damage to the chest of armoured opponents through wooden materials. It's hard to call whether the weapon will be used in competitive play. The fact that it only grants you 300 per kill whilst all the other SMGs provide triple that amount might deter teams from picking it up. If you have won the first round and the enemy has to eco, you can pretty much guarantee you will win the second round with multiple frags. So opting for a weapon with a higher award money would make financial sense. Overall, the Bizon is an extraordinary weapon. It has the highest magazine size out of the SMG category, along with the equivalent move speed of the Glock. It's most effective when bought early in the game whilst your opponents don't have armour. In late game, its effectiveness tends to drop off. The damage difference when opponents have armour really is night and day. The pricing is dirt cheap, but a dampener is put on this with the award money only being the default $300. This is still a fair amount, but like I said earlier, it would make more sense to go with a weapon that offers you a higher return. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm interested to hear your thoughts about the introduction of the Bizon. I think it's a great little weapon, but it's definitely a shame about the low award money. If you want to stay up to date with everything going on with this weapon guide series, then make sure you are following me on all of the social media platforms. I recently put out a poll over on Facebook asking what weapon guide you want to see next. So if there's a particular weapon you want to know more about, then make sure you head on over and vote. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll hopefully see you in the next episode.